Okay. Hi, good morning. Welcome to our pre-bid meeting for Maw's bid for fire hydrant painting. This is our bid number IFB 21-006. This pre-bid meeting is to get everybody on the same page for this contract that begins April 1st. And it's a one-year contract with the option to renew for 2 additional one-year periods at the same price. So if you're happy with the job and we're happy with your performance, then we'll continue this contract for year 2, and then we'll ask you to renew for year 3 if we're all happy with each other. Okay, so this is a mandatory pre-bid. We need to know that you're here. So if you're watching, we need you to send a comment. I see Rebecca Rowell is here with Complete Management and Tim Stewart. I'll add y'all to the mailing list. You have to be present to bid on this solicitation. So as the names come up, I'll add them. And you can request a copy of the mailing list after the meeting's over if you'd like one. And I'll be glad to email it to you. All right, Complete Management and Tim Stewart with SALT.
Van Shepherd is here.
All right, and my supervisor just joined us. It's Van Shepherd. All right, we're going to go over the highlights of this solicitation. If you have questions, please send us a comment. Also hit like and subscribe to our channel and you'll get notified when we have these pre-bids and these bid openings. I see Sherry Steele of Sydney Ducree. Oh, it's Sydney's Painting. And Mr. Robinson. Hey, Mr. Robinson. All right, so Sherry Steele and Robert Robinson. Miss Steele, if you would, please put some contact information. What's your phone number, your email address? I have that for everyone who's listed so far. Hi, Pat from Robinson's Landscaping. I've got y'all's contact information, but Sherry, I need you to put your phone number and your email address up there for me. Oh my God. Sorry about that. Okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started. As the comments come in, we'll get them listed and we'll get them answered for you. On the front page, this bid is due at 10:30 a.m. on February 3rd. If you're not going to bid on it, please send us a no quote. Just put your bid page in an envelope, fill it out, and seal it up and put on there no quote. And your bid page, your price sheet is page 17 of 19. Let's put that in an envelope with no quote on the outside, and that shows that you still submitted a bid. If you don't reply to 3 of our solicitations in a row, the state of Alabama allows us to remove your name from the mailing list. So we know that if you're not going to respond, there's no need to keep sending you a solicitation. All right, looking on page 2, this is Rob McDonald, and he's going to be the supervisor approving the painting of each fire hydrant. So I'm going to ask him to chime in. I'm going to go over the bid specifications, and anywhere he sees something that needs to be discussed in length, he can chime in, jump in anytime. All right, page 2 of 19. The top paragraph tells us that we're going to be doing all this on YouTube, so join in for the pre-bid and then the bid opening on February 3rd on our YouTube channel. Going down to about paragraph number 4, if you have any math errors in your price sheet, I'm going to use your unit price. So I'm not going to try and make your math work into your total. I'm going to take whatever unit price you applied to the line item and multiply that out the way it's supposed to be. If there's going to be any addendums or changes in this solicitation, it's your responsibility to check our website, or you can call me. My number's on the front page, top left, or shoot me an email and see if we had any addendums added. At this point, I don't see any, but as we discuss this contract, that something may come up. So we'll just keep going and see. All right, also on page 2 of 19, it states that a copy of the DBE policy that applies to this invitation for bid was included in your bid package. I attached that when I sent you your email. So please read it and understand it. We need you to complete the DBE forms in your bid package and complete them correctly, but we'll go over that too in a minute. Turning to page 3 of 19. First sentence, bidders must be licensed to work in the city of Mobile. So we need you to have a business license to work in the city of, you don't need it, do you have to have a business license to work in this?
I believe you do.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's a business license. It says licensed, but it doesn't say what kind of license. So just wanted to clarify, it's a business license to work in the city of Mobile. The purpose of this contract is to clean and or paint fire hydrants, as well as weed eating the tall grass around the hydrants. The paragraph talking about the schedule of work, your supervisor, I believe that'll be Rob, will have the work orders and will tell you which hydrants will be painted within the month. We paint 100 fire hydrants each month, so at the end of the year you will have painted 1,200. Sometimes one of our customers, you might have painted a fire hydrant around their house, or it has not been painted. We also get requests from the public to paint fire hydrants. So either way, you're still going to have a max amount of fire hydrants listed on that monthly listing, and it says the public painted fire hydrants will not exceed the quantity of 25. So most of these are just going to be the ones we need painted because it's time and not because somebody called back out. All right, page 4 of 19. If the weather's bad, you won't be painting. All right, again, Rob will have the work orders for you. He'll let you know what your work is for the day and whether or not the weather is unacceptable. So Rob will tell you if the weather is unacceptable when you can't paint. All right. Y'all, if y'all have any questions, shoot them to me. We'll be watching for them, and I'm just going to keep going. It says that the contractor is expected to have the resources to complete all fire hydrants, so that means you need to have the equipment, the staff, and all the materials needed to do the job. In the middle of page 4 of 19, the scope of work, it shows you what you need to do around these fire hydrants. You need to weed eat or landscape or remove anything that shouldn't be around the fire hydrant, plants, grass, and if you have to remove some flowers, you've got to put them back. Okay. And Jeff Jeffrey, I need your contact information. Just your phone number. I've got Melvin Pierce. Y'all are a vendor of ours. But if you could just leave me your phone number, shoot another message up here, and I'll add you to our sign-in sheet. All right. Oh, Jeffrey Druckenmiller. All right. I'm going to have to write this over again. Okay. Continuing on 4 of 19, it's talking about weed eating. Weed eating's weed eating. It's just got to be done. Clippings from around the hydrant shall be removed from the site. All right, page 5, continuing on, is planting grass. If you remove some grass, you're going to have to put some back. Rob will he'll let you know which ones need all that. Pressure washing. Each fire hydrant shall be thoroughly cleaned regardless of whether or not the fire hydrant requires painting. Okay. It even tells you how many PSIs your pressure washer needs.
And that's going to be honestly key to making sure some of the hydrants are actually clean, is using a cleaner on them and having something with 1500 PSI to blow some of the flakes off. Because when those hydrants start to peel, that's going to be a thing.
Okay. On page 6 of 19, wire brushing. Prior to painting a hydrant, areas of corrosion and peeling paint shall be wire brushed and or sanded to bare metal using electrically powered hand tools. So you want them wire brush, clean them up. Got anything there?
No,
all right, and under painting, page 7 of 19, primer. We want you to primer these fire hydrants. Even if your paint has primer in it, we still want a coat of primer below the paint with primer. You want to add anything to that section? Okay.
No, ma'am.
All right. On page 8 of 19, we list the colors of paint needed, and we outline our color coding of the fire hydrants. Then we get into the acceptance of your work. Again, it's going to fall on Rob to be behind you, check out the work orders that he gave you and the ones you completed to accept your work. If he needs you to go back out there and do something to the fire hydrant before you get paid for that hydrant, he'll let you know. Right, on page 9 of 19, the warranty. We used to make this a 1-year warranty. We've changed it to 2 years. So in the second sentence there, I left the word 1 year on that second line there. If you're looking at section 5 called warranty, it's a 2-year warranty. The sentence below that says hydrants that peel, flake, show signs of corrosion, or any other coating defects within 1 year, that's 2 years. So cross out 1 year, make that 2 years of acceptance shall be considered defective and will be repainted by the contractor. All right, the contract period, I've already talked about that. This is a 1-year contract with 2 1-year extensions. As long as your price remains the same, we can go to year 2 and possibly year 3. Page 10 goes over your billing and contract price. That's something you'll just fall into as time goes by. You'll know how to bill us. It's outlined here for you. You can read what to do. Page 11, safety. We want everybody to be safe, go home alive, take care of each other while you're on the job. If you need traffic control, you can order that up. That's on you to do that. It's not on MAWS to get your traffic under control. And you need some wet paint signs to put near the hydrants if the paint is still wet, letting the public know not to come in contact with them. Property damage. If any of our property's damaged, that's going to be on you, the contractor. And I've listed your insurance requirements on page 13 of 19. They begin on that page through page 14. 13 and 14 are our insurance requirements that you have to have to work for us. All right, and now I'm over to the insurance criteria, and since we've discussed that, the next thing in line is the DBE policy acknowledgement page. And what that is, it's a page where you sign it. You say you've read our policy and you've done the things on this page you've gathered and submitted with your bid the items that are outlined on this page. So we not only need our price sheet to come back, we need your DBE information. If you reach out to a contractor, a DBE contractor, to help you with this contract, we need you to verify your emails to them. If they don't reply, at least keep your emails, and you can show us your work that you sent it out. You can't help that they didn't reply, and that's not on you, but it is on you to document that you reached out and what is it you asked them for. And if they reply, we want to know that they're in compliance. So keep everything. Just keep all your emails back and forth to your contractors. Also, if you get a contractor, you're looking for somebody to give 15% of this contract value to. So you might be looking for somebody who will take your monthly listing and go from hydrant to hydrant and maybe clean them for you before you come in and paint. Or maybe they'll take care of the groundwork, you know, the cleaning, the grass planting, all that, weed eating. Maybe you can get them to do that for you. Sometimes you just have to reach out and get creative with what it is you need your subcontractor to do for you. But we're looking for you to give 15% of your contract value to a disadvantaged business entity. And we have a question, yes.
And it should be mentioned that even if you are a DBE, that 15% is to a sub is required.
Right. The department head is in the room with us. He's not on camera. That was Rusty Lomax stating that if you are a DBE, then you still have to comply with this policy, that you will find a DBE to subcontract 15% of your contract value to. All right, on page 16 of 19, this is your DBE subcontracting plan. This has to be signed and returned with your bid documents. You need to fill it out. There should be an answer in every space on this form. So on this form, we're asking you for a total percent that you're going to pay to your vendor. In that square where it says percent, put a percentage. Don't put a dollar amount, put a percentage amount. Under the dollar total, that's where you put your dollar. Don't put a percent in there. If it's asking for a percent, put a percent. If it's asking for dollars, answer in dollars. We've had those mixed up before, and it throws your entire bid out because you didn't fill your form out correctly. List your subcontractors, and the bottom of the form, you don't have to list this many. I think we give you 8 lines. You don't have to add 8. As long as you've got up to 15%, that's all you have to do. And then sign it. Be sure and sign it. And submit it back with your bid. All right, my supervisor wants me to remind everyone that with your bid, your subcontractor has to write a letter and say, this is what the contractor offered me. They wanted me, what's the offer, what's the acceptance? That's basically what the vendor's letter will be. Your subcontractor has to write a letter to you stating what it is you offered and what it is he accepted and the value of those things. So it's pretty easy. I was told to pick up debris and I get 15%, this percent, and then at this dollar amount. So it should all be stated in your subcontractor's letter back to you what the offer and acceptance was. And sign and complete this area on the bottom of page 17, which is your price sheet. We're asking for the unit cost. How much are you going to charge for every fire hydrant? And at the end of the year, you will have painted 1,200. So we put the quantity of 1,200 in there for you. So your unit cost times 1,200 equals how much will this value be for the entire year? The appendix A is a copy of your work order. That's what they'll get.
It'll be, we do two things. I'll give you an actual map of all the hydrants and what color they're supposed to be, what to be painted. And then we'll also mark on the hydrant what color it's supposed to be painted. What you see on the back page is the list that I go through, and as I check the hydrants, if there's any issues with it, I will give you a copy of this that shows which ones they are, and I'll give you an address of where they're at. I'll probably contact you personally on that.
All right. And Miss Sherry Steele, I still don't have any contact information from you. I need a phone number and an email address. I'm not familiar with Sydney's painting. And Jeff, Melvin Pierce, I need a phone number from you. I still don't have that. All right, if you don't have any questions, I don't see any questions coming in. You can always call in afterwards or shoot an email to me. I've got Rob's email address here if you need it to ask him a direct question. It's rmcdonnell@moz.com, and that's RMACDONNELL @moz.com. Again, RMACDONNELL @moz.com, MAWSS.com. All right, Brett Muscat, what is the highest speed limit on roads where the hydrants are?
50 is the highest that I'm aware of. It's Government Boulevard.
Okay, that makes sense. And Brett, who are you with? And how can I reach you? I need a phone number from you. All right. Jeff wants to know, how often can you bill? Monthly. You bill monthly. We'll pay you monthly. You'll do 100 fire hydrants a month, and you'll get paid monthly. Net 30. Usually net 30. If you want to give us a discount for your services and take 2% off for paying you early, we'll do that. Whatever your payment terms are, but usually they're net 30.
Rusty, what do you think about that? Sandblasting versus using grinding tools? I mean, the biggest issue would be cleanup if you're sandblasting.
Sandblasting is actually more efficient, but you do have a cleanup. So.
And as far as the hydrant years, 1978 or older, we've got some older ones than that. I mean, they go back to 1945.
Oh.
Those are few and far between, but they are out there.
All right, Jeffrey D. Jeff at melvinpierce.com. Thank you. I got your contact. Jeff at Melvin Pierce. Sherry, you're telling me where to look for your contact information. It's just not there. It says, you're saying that it's underneath Robinson, but it's not there. I don't see your phone number or an email address. If you don't mind, type it again, please. And melvinpierce.com. Brett Muscat sent me an email. Okay, all right. Well, I'll get that when I get back to my office. All right, Brett also wants to know, is labor subject to prevailing wage? Well, that's not on us. We just want you to paint our fire hydrant. I mean, we want to know how much you're going to charge us to paint our fire hydrants. So we don't know what you're going to pay your workers since they're your labor. That's all on you. Can we do all 1,200 at one time? No, sir. It's 100 a month. It's 1,200 per year. And you're going to have a list of how many and which ones to do each month. So it's going to be based on what Rob gives you, your work orders to do, and then you submit the invoice for that month, and then the next month there's another 100 to do on another work order. So we'll keep you busy all year, but no, you can't do 1,200 at a time. Mr. Robinson wants to know if he can get a copy of what was bid the last time. Yes, I even have that right here. Y'all can send me an email and I'll shoot you a copy of it, but the low bid last time was $34 per fire hydrant. So I can tell you that right off the top. But shoot me an email and I'll be glad to send you a copy of this, the last bid prices that were submitted. Oh, okay, all right. Brett said some states have mandatory wage rates. Well, that's between you and your subcontractors. We just want to know how much you're going to charge Moz to paint each fire hydrant. Okay. All right, we have a 5-minute delay or 5-second delay, so I don't see anything else coming up to be answered. If you have any questions, shoot me an email. My email address at the top of the bid document, and we'll get you the answers you need. But thanks for being here, and we'll see y'all back here on February 3rd when we open the bids at 10:30 in the morning. Okay, Brett has another question. Can we use plug hug for prep? What is that?
Are you familiar with that term, plug hug for prep?
Plug hug for preparation.
Can you explain that a little bit more?
Yeah, what is that, Brett? I'm not aware of that. Must be something that eats the corrosion in the paint.
Trisodium phosphate or an equivalent cleaning solvent. So it'd be something equivalent to that. As long as you're not going to kill everything, all the grass and everything in the area, unless you plan on replacing all the sod. I mean, that's kind of up to you at that point.
So where is that?
That's going to be page 5 of 19.
Talks about the cleaning solution.
Yes.
Okay.
It's the first paragraph.
All right. Page 5 of 19.
Section D, pressure washing, first paragraph.
There you go. That'll explain to you. All right.
I see what it is.
Did you Google it? All right, that's all we have. Any more questions, shoot me an email, give me a phone call. Sherry. Have you received my contact? I just don't see it, Sherry. Let's see. Brett has another question. It is an attachment for the Bobcat. Oh, it's an attachment for the Bobcat.
As long as it doesn't damage our hydrant, you can use whatever you prefer. But, you know, as long as it's not going to damage anything.
And
It's interesting.
Sherry, I am slide back up here. I don't see any of your contact information. I know you asked me, don't I see it? No, I don't see it. I don't see it. So you need to give me a call or shoot me an email and I'll have it then. So it's okay that you didn't, and I don't see it here as long as you send it to me when we log off. Okay, and Brett, our department head, he looked up a plug hug and he sees what that is now. He says it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Just doesn't want it damaging our fire hydrants.
Looks efficient.
All right. Y'all, thanks for joining us. Let us know if you have any more questions. Give me a call or shoot me an email.